What is up, my dudes? Welcome to the Van Q&A. This is Seth. This is me. Let's answer some questions. Alright, so so his name's Seth. He's a 1998 Dodge Ram conversion van. I guess the conversion part is El Capitan, or that might be another part of the model. I'm not sure about anything. He's got a V8 engine. And no air conditioning right now. It finally broke completely, so that's cool. It's not cool. My first question is, what made you want to get a van? We're just gonna dive right into it. This is something that only a few people know about. Notice that a lot more people have gone through this than I thought. So I want to talk about it just in case you've been through the same thing and now you won't feel so alone. I moved out of this place that I was living at because it was too much money. The roommates sucked and I just wasn't eating because I couldn't afford to. And that's not good at all. So it was almost time for me to move out and I still hadn't found a place. So I was like, okay, I don't want to move back to San Diego, because last time I moved to San Diego, I went through a very deep depression for about 6 months. So, as much as I love my parents and that house in San Diego, I couldn't move back there. So, I decided to live in my car. I did that for about 4 or 5 months. I lived in my car. Then I was like, whoa, I can afford to eat healthy and all of these really cool things, and I could just like up and go wherever I want to, and I have my camera with me, my laptop, like I have everything that I need, my ukulele. That was partially a reason for getting a van, because it was like, I'm already doing the really shitty version of it, so why don't I just jump to van life? I think it's hilarious how everyone's like, van life. I'm not gonna do that anymore, I promise. I've just never been somebody who likes to stay at home, and this kind of allows me to wake up and go. So I was paying $750 a month to work myself to death, to not eat and starve myself so that I could pay for dance classes, so that I could do photo shoots, all of this stuff. And it was like, I never left my house because I would just be so tired from working that I would go home and sleep and not eat, and didn't have any time to go out with my friends and develop relationships because I couldn't afford to eat. I couldn't afford gas money to go out. It just was slowly ruining my life. I've never danced more. I've never sang more, done more photography, all of these things that I love to do, and this guy is helping me do that. This thing has changed my life. So, question number 2. Wow, we got here. Okay, question number 2 is, how much did the van cost? We were looking on, and I say we because my mom was super stoked that I'm getting a van because she's always wanted to travel. We were looking on Craigslist for a while, and I believe she found this one actually, and it was in San Diego. So I drove down and we went to check it out, and he was asking $5,000, I believe, for it. And it had a leak. We were able to talk him down to $3,800. We got the leak fixed for about $200. He basically cost $4,000. Then we paid another $100 to get him deep cleaned, and then I spent like $300 to do the flooring because I ripped out the carpet in the back and put in vinyl fake wood flooring. There's more that I want to do with this. Like, this bed is super temporary. I'm going to build a bed right over here that has drawers that I can put my clothes in, because right now they're sitting in a basket over there. And then after the bed goes here, I'm also building a sink over there, and I need to buy beanbag chairs for the back. So I'm gonna be putting a lot of money into this thing. Next question, where do you park? basically, from all of the research that I've done, it's illegal to park in residential areas. It's illegal to park near a park or a school. So technically the only okay-ish areas are like industrial areas or city streets. I basically park wherever I'm going to be the next day. So if I'm hanging out with my friends in Huntington Beach, which is where I am right now, I'll drive down here. If I'm working in my dance studio, I'll park near Whittier. If I have a shift at Disney, I'll park near Anaheim. So I'm just all over the place. It depends on what I'm doing the next day, which is super cool because as I get in my car and it's nighttime, I just like sit there. I'm like, okay, what am I doing tomorrow? Do I need to shower? If I need to shower, I'll make sure I'm next to or close to a 24-hour fitness. Which goes into my next question, which is where do you shower? 24-hour fitness. It's only like $30 a month for a gym membership, and it forces me to work out. And they also have a dance studio space, so I get in there and I choreograph, and I get all sweaty, and then I go take a shower. It just sucks because it's a lot of public nudity that I am personally not too comfortable with. Lots of old naked ladies. The next question is it safe? It's just like if someone's gonna kill me, like I'm gonna die. So like why am I stressing about it? I'd say it's a little less safe than living in a house. What do you eat? Food. Food is usually my go-to. I'm putting a sink in here, but I don't want to put a stove or anything. I'm also gonna have a fridge. But cooking with propane, like just getting gas to like cook your stuff in, I just don't want that in my van. I can afford to eat out in a healthy way, like I'm not having McDonald's all the time. Like I'm getting salads and stuff like that. So I'm not worried about cooking. I don't want to cook. Someone asked me, what do you do in the middle of the night when you have to pee? It usually doesn't happen to me. You get good with like figuring out, oh, like I'm going to sleep, so I gotta go right before, like find a Denny's or a Starbucks or an In-N-Out. In-N-Out's my go-to because they don't care. You just walk in, smell the burgers, and you walk out. How much does it cost to fill up your van? Ooh. If I find a place where gas is like $3.20, it costs me about $96 to fill up my tank. I'm spending probably about $250 on gas a month, which is still a lot cheaper than living in a house. My cost of living, $250 for gas. I'm paying $166 for my Subaru car payment, and then for the loan that I took out to get this van and pay off my other credit cards, I'm paying $200 on that. So that's $450. $611? Did I do math right? $611? And then plus food. So we'll just give $100 for that. So about $700 to do everything, not just rent. Guys, the only con that I have about this life is I just want my own shower. Oh my god. Like, people are always like, oh, is it nice when your friends let you sleep over and like you get to like be in a real bed for once? I'm like, no, it's when they let me shower and I just get to be naked alone. That's all I want, just to be naked alone. For my personal plans for the van, I'm 23 right now. I want to own this thing for 2 years. Once I hit my 25 mark, after all of this saving up money, working really hard, I'm going to be taking a road trip around the United States. I'm going to get a dog, either a golden retriever or a German shepherd, a puppy. We're just going to travel around the US together. That's the plan, but again, I'm okay if things happen a little bit differently. If there's any questions that I didn't get to, go ahead and message me on my Instagram. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you and you wanting to know about me and my life. If you guys want a van tour and you ever see me in person, be like, yo, Danae, give me a van tour. I'll probably give you a granola bar because I have about 50 of them in here. So, yep,